Aries, welcome to your spiritual gifts and life purpose reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who needs to hear this message. So I'm trying something new here, Aries. I feel it's needed with Mercury retrograde going on, and we're all examining if we're doing the right thing, if we're on the right path, like all the over mental stimulation that we're all getting right now. I just want to ask Spirit about your divine spiritual gifts, your special gifts, and how they're meant to be used in this world and how that will serve in your divine path. And this is just general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but I'm really excited to do this, and I hope you guys are too. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It does help me connect with your energy. So I am going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have or anything that you feel you are gifted with, to kind of dive deeper into that and see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Aries. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say about your spiritual gifts in this lifetime, what your purpose is using those gifts, and we'll go from there. So tell me about Aries soul energy, what Aries natural gifts are being brought into this world in this lifetime. Tell me about Aries gifts, Spirit, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of Aries. Let's see. So you guys got Heron, patience, interesting. And it says, create a place in nature stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. I do feel being born in this lifetime as an Aries, this is your biggest lesson here. Because as you've ever seen before, when you forced or trying to change something, it never ended well. So I feel you guys are coming into the acceptance of when you need to just sit back, wait for it to happen. And when you sit back and wait for that to happen and give it to God, give it to Spirit, give it to the universe, it happens for you. So I also almost feel like luck here in regards to that, and kind of mastering divine timing and accepting divine timing. Because really I use this metaphor for everyone, but it's like, okay, you're baking bread, right? First it takes some time for the dough to rise. Then it takes some time to put in the oven and to bake. You don't want to take that dough out when it's still gooey and eaten and all that. No, you're going to wait till it's right. And when it's right, you open it up and it's the best damn bread anyone's ever had. And I feel, Aries, that when you kind of accept the flow of life, or even some of you, you know, even being born under the sign of Aries, that is so forward moving, likes to kind of burst through doors, you do recognize when it's the time to just let it all come together and come into place. You know, I'm almost feeling that some of you could have strong Libra in your chart, like a Libra rising or a Libra moon. Of course, that's not for everyone here. But I do feel some of you guys came into this world to understand this and how it manifests in your life. And others of you are just gifted with patience. Wow, that is beautiful. The flower, the birds of paradise, may really deeply resonate with someone, as that may be someone's favorite flower, or a flower that is like reminds them of home, or something that they've always been drawn to there. But tell me more about this energy with Aries. The divine works with you. The divine works with you very clearly because you do see the grander picture of things other than focusing on the small needless things that people get so stuck in. And that is definitely a gift, Aries. And then we have the engineer with Mars. Yeah, Mars is the ruler of the sign Aries. So it says, every problem has a solution. Yes, you are so focused and so aware of the things that aren't working out, the things that aren't going as planned, but you know how to solve it, you know how to execute it, and you know how to move forward. And that is another gift of yours. The fact that you can move forward, go on to the next, and not beat yourself up over the past or stay connected to something from the past that you know doesn't serve you. Bravo, Aries. And it says, curious, productive, technical, hardworking, focused, creative, competent, practical, competitive, decisive, determined, analytical, adventurous, loyal, and generous. I do feel, so even, I don't know if you guys can really see it. If you need to pause it, go right ahead. But you see those math equations all around these cogs. So some of you guys may be gifted in math, or even you guys have always been drawn to numbers since you were a kid. Spirit has sent you very powerful numbers as messages and times in your life, or the same repeating ever since you were a child. I'm seeing 8s. I'm seeing 4s for some of you guys. Your birthday could be April 8th, April 18th, or April 28th, or I'm sorry, March 28th, or some of you guys could be born April 4th, April 14th, or March 24th. But overall, yeah, you guys are the problem solvers. You don't like to stay stuck. You don't like to be the woe is me. You get the job done. You keep focused. You're dependable. You're reliable. You are someone that a lot of people go to in times when they have problems, they need help, and you're there to fix it every time. And more importantly, you do that for yourself. You don't allow yourself to stay in a problem. You don't allow yourself to stay in something that isn't working. And man, yeah, if I can tell you about all the spiritual people that are just so empathic and they decide to look at the better things in life and to hold on to that rose-colored glasses form of things, you guys are realistic. And that doesn't mean you're not compassionate. That doesn't mean that you don't see the good in people, but you rather see the habits and actions over the thoughts of what if they could change. Powerful energy, and you are a mover and a changer. You get the cogs rolling. You have great ideas. You really do. And that could pertain to how you want to be in your business, of how you want to put yourself out there into the world. Your ideas are very unique and very impressive. So don't undermine those ideas, especially the ones flowing to you now, because I do feel you guys are getting a ton of downloads this Aries season. And you're meant to put into the work, put into the focus of those ideas. Just a side note for some of you guys out there. So let's go ahead and pull the tarot and get deeper into this. All right, the Father. I mean, this is the Emperor type of thing, even though this is Dreams of Gaia, so it's not the usual Rider-Waite-Deck-Smith depiction. So this is number 5 with the Father here. But I mean, yeah, you guys are bosses. You guys just know how to handle things. Any punch thrown your way, you get back up and you still keep fighting. And that's just something that Spirit is recognizing in you. And some people may even view that you're like tough, a little bit too rough, but you just know your boundaries. You just know when things are going to happen or not. And you keep steady in that belief. You have confidence in yourself, confidence in the universe, confidence in the divine. And you are someone that I feel can have their own business or have their own entity, have their own company even. You have that potential, or even some of you already do. You could make your own money easily, Aries. Tell me more. Then we have the 8 of Cups. Pisces energy. This is very connected with that Heron patience energy here. You know when to emotionally disconnect. You know when you need the space to recharge. You know when something is calling to you, though. I feel that with this 8 of Cups energy. That when you see the signs, the messages, and everything starts to add up, You have that instinct to pursue it, to go on that path. Even if people are like, oh, Aries, are you sure you're ready for it? Or, oh, Aries, do you know it's going to be hard to go through? So what? I can handle it. I love that energy coming from you guys. Tell me more about Aries gifts here. The child. Nice. You guys, I gotta say, like, you have this beautiful balance of Emperor energy and like the Fool type of energy here, where you guys just live life the way that is just open, curious, playful. And some of you do have the gift of looking much younger than you actually may be, and people may be surprised to hear how old you really are. But others of you, if you do have kids or soon will have kids this year or 2025, your child may be grown up to be someone very well known. Someone that it does leave a huge purpose, a mark in this world, and the way you raise that child and the way you're there for that child, the way you're protective of that child and guide them on that right path is part of the reason why they're going to succeed and be remembered. I just have to throw that out there for some of you guys. Let's go ahead and clarify these to get a bit deeper. Sorry, it is kind of storming outside here if you hear the rain. But tell me more about the Father energy here. Okay, 3 of Cups. This is not for everyone, but for some of you here, your father has been a gift for you, or a masculine energy, a father role that came into your life. And even for those where you're like, mermaid, I did not have a good connection with my father, then they serve the purpose of you stepping up to the plate for those siblings, for your family, for people that, you know, needed you. You had to be the one to depend on. So in some way, your father, whether it was something that you had a close bond with them, or even you never knew them or whatever, right? They served a purpose in getting you to step up in ways many people couldn't. And you're there for a lot of people. Wow, I see that here. And maybe that adds to pressure sometimes, how much people depend on you. Again, whether you are in the family, like household type of dependence, or even at your job, if you have your own business, or even being that essential part in a lot of people's lives. And you feel sometimes you have the weight on your shoulders. And some of you do get like shoulder pains from time to time, or neck pains. So, yeah, I do want to say with patience here, you can, and remind yourself to let some of your burdens and stresses out into the universe. You can't fix it all, Aries. I don't know. That is something Spirit wants you to keep in mind with the gifts you have. Tell me more about the 8 of Cups for Aries gifts. The Queen of Earth. Capricorn energy. So yeah, you know, Aries, the thing is that with this patience of the heron, when you feel called to do something, and you may know it will be a long journey, or it's going to take hard work, it's going to take dedication, you put it in. You put the focus in, you put the drive in, and everything you turn kind of turns to gold. Sorry, there's lightning there. You have like the Midas touch. You have that special way of going towards what you feel instinctively tied to you, tied to your purpose, and how to make that a reality here. You are good with money and saving and creating, you know, an environment of safety and security for those who may feel like they need to rely on you. Again, children, family members, those you care about. You are a protector, and that's another part of your gifts, Aries. I see it here. But more importantly, with the 8 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you know how to make your dreams a reality. Even if it takes a long time, you'll get there. You'll get there, damn it. You know, that's how I feel your energy kind of is. Some of you could have strong Taurus energy in your chart, but of course does not have to be the case. Tell me more about this child energy. So then we have the 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy, and then the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Wow, yeah. You know good things are meant to happen for you. You know that there is peace and victory and success emotionally. You are there to achieve your dreams this lifetime. maybe in a lifetime in the past you couldn't have done before. Some of you guys, if it's not on your cards, it's not for you, don't worry about it, but are meant to have a happy family that you create out of, you know, your own choices of how you want to raise your kids, of the morals and integrities you want to put on them. You're going to have success in that. And you already need to know how successful you are at raising your kids or being that essential part of your family that may get overlooked sometimes, or you may feel that way. But with the Seven of Cups and the Child here, ever since you were a kid, I feel as if you guys have had psychic gifts. You guys have seen, I'm almost feeling like mediumship for some of you, or spirits are connected to you to communicate to you about, you know, people that they want to send a message out to, or even guiding you in a way to your purpose. You have that deep spiritual connection. And even as a kid, you may have been very creative or a daydreamer or someone that didn't seem to be very focused. And like, you know, I had the same experience. Like my teachers would tell me, oh, Alyssa just doesn't pay attention. She's looking out the window. She's in her own world. And I truly do feel now, looking back at it, it was the start of my spiritual connection. And some of you guys have that same story. Others of you, your child is gifted spiritually and is an old soul and has a third eye chakra very open. So yeah, you guys are meant to explore these gifts, go further into these gifts. Because I do feel, even if like you have a corporate lifestyle or meant to, you know, succeed more in a creative way than a spiritual psychic way, your psychic abilities will get you to that end goal. Wow. You have that story that like Rome is not built in a day. But once it's built, it will be remembered. Okay, tell me more about Aries gifts this lifetime. Long-term success is in the cards for you this lifetime, Aries. Something you can be proud of forever and celebrate forever once it's there. Whatever that is for you guys. Our 10 of Cups is different for each and every one of us, but you will get your 10 of Cups this lifetime. Tell me more about Aries gifts. Okay. Books. And it says your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. Okay, so we could take that verbatim, right? Maybe there is a book you're writing, something creative, something that you want to put out there to, you know, always a plan that you had for yourself. But also, I just feel you like to read, you like to learn, you like to grow yourself, you like to explore different authors, different literatures, different philosophies, and you're very smart. You're very like knowledgeable. And it's because you keep your open line to learning more, your hunger for curiosity, your hunger for knowledge. Like you're very well cultured. There's so much you know about that people are impressed by. And maybe in a past life you were like an author, a novelist, a writer, that you carried some of your gifts into this lifetime as well. But your want for knowledge, your want to learn, your want to grow, and your need to apply what you've learned in many different ways from what you've taken the time to research and develop is so impressive. Especially this day and age where misinformation gets, you know, shared so easily. You kind of are like, something doesn't seem right. Let me do the research. And you look it up on your own and you find the correct answers than what people are trying to spread. Yeah, you are an individual, Aries, and that is a gift as well. Tell me more about Aries gifts here. And Aries divine purpose in this lifetime. Tell me more, Spirit. Stay focused with Kuthumi here. Yeah, I mean, that is something that Spirit is congratulating on, your focus, your drive. It takes drive to succeed at the things you're meant to succeed in this lifetime. It takes will and grit to get back up again every time someone tells you no, every time you don't get that success that you were hoping for. But you know with the 8 of Cups that this is your purpose no matter what. And if it doesn't happen in a certain way, you try another way. It's amazing to see. I feel it in my solar plexus and sacral chakras here, that power you tune into. And you see things very clearly. You don't let the fears muddle you. Although time to time, as we're human, it doesn't last. You stay focused, you stay determined, and you get to where you need to go, period. All right, what is your advice for Aries, Spirit? About their spiritual gifts, about their purpose? Tell me more about this energy. There's something you're meant to create in this world that will have a long-lasting effect, whether it's a child, whether it's a book, whether it's, you know, some new way of doing things, or a new something innovative, Aries. Truly, that can be for some of you guys a part of your life purpose. Tell me more. Let love be your guide. Number 34. Live a life from love, guided by love. You know, there was a time when I didn't fully understand the message of this card, where I was like, oh, that means looking on the bright side. That means always being happy. No, it means when there are times that you're facing that you're uncertain or not sure, you choose love instead of giving into fear. And that is something Spirit wants to remind you of, where you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if it's going to be successful. Give yourself a little bit of hope. Give yourself that love of saying, you know what? If it doesn't work out, there's another way to do this, because I love what I'm doing. I feel passionate about it. I feel it's my purpose. And when I fall down, I'll, you know, nurture myself until I can get back up again. But if I love what I'm doing, if I have love behind my actions and intentions, it one day will come true. It one day will manifest. It will one day guide me to the next steps of how to get to that long term. So remember to let love be your guide, Aries, each and every day when you start to face these difficulties, these circumstances that you can't predict, that you are in the unknown of. Remind yourself of love. And even with people, I mean, again, whatever you're creating, there could be competition behind it. If someone is trying to compete with you and someone's trying to put you down, if someone is just trying to block you from your greatness, I'm not saying forgive them. I'm not saying accept that bad treatment, but I'm saying be aware that it's more about their own wounds than anything that you contain or have that needs to be addressed or persecuted. It's something that they are deeply struggling with, and misery loves company. So remind yourself that there's more to it than maybe what you're seeing, and to just realize that they are coming from a place of fear than love, but that shouldn't drive you down either. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and get one more card for you guys, and this is going to be a crystal card. And once I show you guys this card and read the excerpt from the book, because I think the book is so beautiful in the way it describes these crystals and their purpose, you can purchase the crystal, you can work with the crystal if you have it, or even if it's expensive, just call it in, you know, when you need spiritual guidance and advice. Remember these words as you're going through any crossroads, because they will serve you right now with this crystal card here. So let's see. The Golden Healer, number 27. This is one of my favorite crystals, so I'm excited. Let's go ahead and read about the Golden Healer. Ultimate healing. Golden healers are imbued with powerful, transformative healing energies. They are a catalyst for profound spiritual activation. Understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bounded by 5 senses, expanded by a 6th, metaphysics. But this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-local, everywhere and nowhere at once, where there is no time. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul rather than your ego to be your guide. Yeah. Recognize your potential to be an amazing healer. Your abilities need honing, and those who heal are soul scored to develop empathy. Much in your life needs transforming. Surrender willingly to the process. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. Encourage them to let go. You may be asked to transform your environment or to take a challenging task. Do so with grace. The healing insight is healing flows through you. It is a process, not something you do. Frequency exceptionally high. Chakra, soul star, and stellar gateway aligns and cleanses all. The timing is for every moment. Soul path, a channel for Christ consciousness. So you guys this lifetime are gifted with Christ consciousness. I can go into a whole video about it, but really do some research on your own. But you have the knowledge and the ability of the higher divine, of, you know, the golden rule, you know, treat others the way you want to be treated, of the virtues of Christ consciousness is deeply ingrained in you. And some of you may have been like a very spiritual saint type of energy in a past life. But also with the child and that 7 of Cups, you guys still have a lot more to discover about your spiritual gifts. And you could start to be curious and buying books on your spiritual gifts, looking up some more research to it. But I still feel there's more to learn from your spiritual gifts that can help you make your dreams a reality. In the way to listen to your intuition, the guidance of accepting the flow of life, like that is still very profound here. And you do make an impact with your golden healer abilities. You are someone that is magic, and that what you touch will turn into gold. It will be a greater form than where you found it or where you left it to be. And this is an amazing reading. Thank you so much, Aries, for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it gave you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance that you're looking for in regards to your spiritual gifts and life purpose. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.